Howdy and welcome back to Slide By. It's just some kind of twingy atmospheric and blues going on there. So this is a return to tube amps for me. This is the Bugera V5, vintage V5 with the Infinium technology and turbo sound speaker. And it is an excellent little amplifier. I have been playing around with it here and I just got it. And so I can't give you a longevity review on it, but tone-wise, if you liked anything you heard just now, which is kind of the style I've been playing when I'm not doing metal, I'm doing that kind of stuff, I definitely would recommend looking at Bugera strongly. It is powered by a 12AX7 in the preamp and an EL84, and you know they kind of attribute that to more of a voxy kind of a chimey sound, but honestly I think it has very much its own tone. Let's go ahead and give it, let's roll the tone knob back here. This is a very simple control panel. You hear my dachshund over here, Woody, I don't really know what he's doing. But you have just gain, tone, volume, and reverb, and that reverb, it's not extreme, it's actually dimed out. And I just rolled the tone all the way off. You can hear that. Let's go ahead and roll the tone back all the way up and see if we can hear that. It's not extreme, it's just right for atmospheric kind of stuff, which is something I do a lot of. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll the tone back off and let you hear that. Back up to, let's go 5. In the volume, I'm going to go ahead and turn it down because this thing gets loud, and that's the cool thing about tube amps. This is only a 5-watt tube amp, and you know, that's the crazy thing too. They're extremely loud for low wattage, but they're also much more expensive than a comparable solid state amp most of the time. You know, like the acoustic G120 lead series, I have. Well, you can get that usually around $200 to $300, and that's a 120-watt amplifier with two 12-inch speakers, but it's solid state. It has 16 built-in effects. This little sucker is $199, 5 watts, and the only built-in effect is reverb. Now, here's the thing, and it is only an 8-inch speaker, but it is a turbo sound speaker, so really nice speaker. Anyway, the thing is with tubes, they are expensive compared to solid state. And most of the time I do use solid state. And in fact, when I moved here, I didn't even bring my modeling amps down. I left them at our apartment, and I actually was using just that crate 30-watt with a crap 200 pedals on its clean channel. And that's what I was using. And over time I started missing some of those tube amp sounds. So I ended up bringing the tube amps, not tube amps, I'm sorry, the modeling amps down to get some of those. They have tube models built in there, but you know, as close as some of my tones have come to tubes, there is just a natural breakup and a natural warmth that I think a lot of these modeling amps just can't get. They get close, believe me, they get real close. And there's a lot of bands out there that don't even use real amps anymore. They're just using all digital everything. But I really think real amps, even solid, to me, solid state amps even sound better than digital. And I know that's going to probably cause some some crap thrown my way, but it's just how my personal thing. I can tell when someone's not using a real amp, but I really missed having a tube amp. I had a 5-watt tube half stack back in the day that was a custom. As also 12AX7 and EL84 driven head and 12-inch speaker cab. Still have the cab. Don't know what happened to the head. Something happened over the years of moving. But it didn't even sound like this. And it was much louder and noisier. Rear, currently volume cranked. Volume's only at 1 or 2. I'm sure there's just not a lot of noise coming out of that. It's honestly a very quiet amp, which is impressive. Because that custom I have is just loud and crackly all the time, even with its matched cab. So don't know why that is, but it just is what it is. Yeah. So again, this is a much nicer tube amp than I've had in the past, but you do have to bear in mind they are going to be more expensive, and this is 22 pounds for this little sucker. Yeah, it's actually unbelievably heavy. Not that 22 pounds is actually heavy, but for an amp, it's really heavy, especially once you're used to like my Fender Mustang amp weighs like nothing compared to this. So yeah, you got your gain, which as you know, again, I love metal a lot. I play a lot of metal, and I think that influences the way I play things like blues because I still have my gain maxed out. As always, I'll let you hear what the tones sound like back and forth, volume, and we're only on 2.5, and reverb is dimed out. So very simple control panel, one input on the front, power switch. There's not much else to it. It's just a good looking amp. This cream, I think it's faux leather and black leather, and this beautifully sparkly grill cloth, which you can't really get a good feel for through the camera. Extremely heavy duty carrying strap on the top, which is weird because none of my other amps even have one that rugged. It's incredibly, that is nice. That's a well-built handle. So let's go ahead and flip her around. I'm going to go and power her off, and let's take a look at the back because this is kind of cool, and this is something that unplug the guitar here. This is something that Bugera does that I think is just really neat. If you don't know, Bugera is like all part of the same group that makes Behringer pedals and everything. They're awesome. As you know, I love Behringer pedals. Use them all the time on here. So yeah, inside we have an 8-inch turbo sound speaker, which don't know if the camera can pick it up, but that thing is blue and it's really cool looking. You have your Infinium tube life monitoring, which will keep the tube sounding like new, basically, is what it says it will do, all the way up to the end of their life by controlling how much power is going to them and all that. And it will also warn you when it is needing replaced with this light indicator. So that's really cool. I think that's really cool. You also have a headphone jack for which is 1/4 inch. So you'll need to have 1/4 inch headphones. I don't actually own any. I used to, not anymore. And you have a 4 ohm minimum speaker jack, which is cool. So you can plug this into a cab that is a 4 ohm cab. Now, I can't find any 4 ohm cabs right now, and I don't know about mixing impedances necessarily. I find that really sketchy. So if you know of any that are affordable, feel free to comment because I'd love to have one myself because I think this thing would sound really cool for a 12-inch speaker. You also have a power attenuator built into this, which goes from 5 watts to 1 watt to 0.1 watt. So let's go ahead and turn her back around here. Oh my goodness. Someone that actually works out a lot, 22 pounds should not be this heavy. But it is, when you're sitting at a weird angle. Alright, put it back in here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the power attenuator and how that sounds. So, what's handy about power attenuation is that it allows you to drop your output. Basically, it reduces the amount of power being pumped in by the amp, so you can still get the same kind of breakup you get at higher wattages, but at extremely low wattages and low volume. It's really cool, actually. So this is going to be, this is a little tone demo at 5 watts, 1 watt, and 0.1. Alright, and go down to 0.1. So as you can see, it does drop in volume, but it breaks up faster on that 0.1s, and that's what it's for, so you don't have to crank it as loud to get breakup. It also keeps you from waking up your neighbors if you have them. You know, I've read people criticizing the bass response and the tone and everything. I don't get it. I think this thing sounds great, even with your tone all the way rolled off, all the power attenuation. Sounds excellent. No matter what I do, I can't get a bad sound out of this thing, and I'm going to be playing this thing a lot. I'm going to run some pedals through it and just see how far I can push it. Probably throw a humbucking guitar in front of it too, and just see what I can do. I think this thing will probably do. I have an idea in my head of some metal-y kind of stuff I could do with this. Metal-y, there's that word again. I keep saying that in these videos. Don't know if that's a word, but it is now. I have some ideas that I want to try with this thing, so keep tuned in the future. Guys, I can't recommend this enough. Bugera knocked it out of the park. Again, $199 on the sale I got it on. Bought off Amazon. You can get them all over the place though. Sweetwater Guitar Center. I literally, they just go out of stock really fast, and it's hard to get them. I've wanted one of these since I was a kid, and they've been upgraded with those turbo sounds and the Infinium. And I think it just is a good looking, great sounding amplifier, and I'm going to be playing this a lot for blues. And like I said, we'll probably do some experimental stuff. I have some other really cool ideas for videos, including this in the future. So guys, keep tuned. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and comment if you have some suggestions or just knowledge to drop on me with this amplifier. I think this is a great one, and you should definitely go for it if you get a chance to get it, especially at $199, because these things are probably not going to get much cheaper. But you know, it's getting near the end of the year. Maybe keep an eye on Black Friday. You never know. Maybe we'll all find some good deals. Hopefully, every day's Christmas when you're a guitar player. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching Slide Bites. Again, I appreciate it when you keep coming back. Like and subscribe if you feel inclined to. And I will see you in the next video, which we'll have plenty of playing videos coming up in the following week, because I'm going to be playing with this all week. See you later. Thanks.